Alrighty, we're back in it. First Pokemon Blue session we've done in a while, so let me give a quick recap in case you weren't here for the previous stream. As you can probably tell, we are currently sitting pretty on Cinnabar Island. Last stream was almost entirely dedicated to surfing around, fighting the water trainers and all that. I think last stream might have also been fighting Gym Leader Koga, the poison type gym leader. Not 100% sure on that, but I feel like that was last stream as well. But, yeah, here we are. We're gonna be hitting the Pokemon Mansion and fighting Gym Leader Blaine. Hopefully gonna get all that handled within this stream. We got a... Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist I see in my chat? Yugis Duelist. How am I doing? I am doing pretty good. I am jazzed up on some, Frozen Bombsicle C4, so I have the power of 200 milligrams of caffeine flowing through my veins. But I am otherwise feeling real good. Excited to get back into this. Haven't played Pokemon Blue in a little bit here on the channel. You do play Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm a little bit behind. I haven't touched Yu-Gi-Oh! In a hot minute. I think the last time I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Was when they were adding new Red Eyes support. It's been years at this point. I'm an old head. I'm an Unk Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, so when they were doing the Legendary Duelist stuff and releasing new support for Legendary Fisherman and new support for Red Eyes Black Dragon was when I was really hopping back into Yu-Gi-Oh! But I haven't really played much since then. It has been a thoroughly long time for me. Yeah, it's a long time. It's a long time. Part of it's because, you know, I just don't have the money to properly keep up with the TCG right now. Obviously, as far as TCGs go, especially playable TCGs, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is far from the worst to collect and get playable decks going. But trying to keep up with the meta and actually make a deck viable is a whole different beast, and I just don't want to be spending money like that to constantly stay on top of things. Not to mention the ban list. You could argue that, when the pyramids were still young. I mean, yeah, I am the pharaoh himself, actually. I am a Tim. But, you could argue that it's a good thing that Konami is so on top of, like, okay, this card is broken, we need to be on top of these ban lists. But for me, I'm like, I don't want to think about spending money and building a deck just for them to be like, okay, your deck is now useless. Go throw that thing in the trash. You will never play this card in a full playset again. You know what I mean? I just, I don't have the, It's mentally taxing to think about spending money and then just needing to toss a deck because your deck was too good. Hello, Tandikins. Good to see you. A lot of people in chat today. Where's all this Pokemon Blue love coming from? Usually chat's quiet as hell when I'm playing Pokemon Blue. There are a lot of cheap decks. 100% there are a lot of cheap decks, and I usually play decks that aren't very expensive because none of the stuff that I like is meta. Because once again, I am Unk Duelist. I like my Battle City and Duelist Kingdom arc level Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. But even then, I do dabble with some like newer decks here and there, and that's kind of where it scares me. I don't have to worry about it so much when I'm playing Red Eyes or Legendary Fisherman because nobody cared in the first place, but it's if I actually decided to financially do the financial sink and get a viable deck that it scares me, you know? Alright, this Grimer's starting to get on my nerves, so I'm gonna switch on over to Gaston. Hit him with Psychic. It also doesn't help that when I was like actively still in the TCG spot for Yu-Gi-Oh, I had a bunch of friends playing with me. Like during the summer that they were releasing those sets for Legendary Duelist. Oh, that's right, I'm poisoned. Do I have a full heal on me? I do. Yeah, it is. I'm currently emulating this, so I had to do a little emulator trickery. If you're ever using an emulator, I recommend using MGBA. But there's also, obviously, dedicated Game Boy Color emulators out there. And basically, what you do is you just run 2 instances of the same emulator. And you can load up 2 separate save files and essentially convince your emulator that you are link cabled and trade with yourself. I'm not gonna be, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do this whenever I get around to playing Fire Red over on the Switch, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I am a massive Gengar fan, so not having Gengar in my team was just not an option for me. It is my favorite Pokemon of all time, has been since I was a kid, so I had to do what I had to do. Do repels work in this building? Because I am not trying to fight all these little goobers. Let's see here. Nope, not Pokemon. Items. Let me hit this repel. Perfect. We're gonna max repel then. Ooh, item. Escape rope. Never gonna need that, but okay. You lied to me! You told me the repel would work! But, back to what I was saying about Yu-Gi-Oh! When they were actively releasing that set and I was regularly playing, I had friends, who were playing with me. During the summer that they were doing that release, every week, when everybody was off work and not doing anything, we would all get together and go to the local card shop and buy singles to touch up our decks and play with the local sweats at the card shop, and it was a really good time. But eventually I just kind of, ooh, that was rough. In case you can't tell, I'm currently farming XP for my Dratini, because she's real close to leveling up. See, I would do that, but I don't have XP share, so it's just easier overall to keep her in the top spot so that I can have her right over there. But yeah, I guess I'll just no. She's gonna get cooked if I swap her though. There's too many fire types in here. Because I'm pretty sure you can also find Arcanine in here. I don't remember which switches I'm supposed to be pressing, so I'm gonna go around and figure it out. But yeah, I'm currently farming XP because I want to have a Dragonite before I make it to the Elite Four. I'm keeping her in spot 1. Ooh. Oh, embarrassing. No, don't be embarrassed, dude. I don't give a shit if you're even speaking a different language. I'd use Google Translate if I wasn't actively playing anything. Anybody is always welcome to come chat with us. I am totally happy to see you in here today, dude. But my day is going pretty good. Honestly, I've got good energy. I've got good energy. I've got my energy drinks. I am chilling. Actually, quick side tangent since I'm talking about being in the good spirits. Because we are fast approaching finishing Pokemon Blue over the next couple of streams. I actually have a couple special things planned to celebrate. Now, if you weren't here for my stream that I did most recently, my most recent not the last one, but the one before that, the second most recent Pokopia stream I did, I brought up recently that I have an order coming from the Pokemon Center website. I have something special coming as a gift to myself to celebrate beating the game. But I've also got an art commission on the way. I saw this artist doing Pokemon sprites, trainer style sprites, and I just couldn't resist. So I've got a custom sprite coming of my VTuber model in the style of a Gen 5 trainer sprite. So I'm very excited with that. Gonna head on over. I don't know if y'all remember this, because this is like old school stuff. But like back in the day, everybody in the Pokemon community used to put together Pokecharm like trainer cards where they would get their yeah, it's a gift to myself. And when you're wasting money, it's a gift to yourself. Always remember that. That is the #1 excuse if you're making poor financial decisions. But back in the day, if you were in the Pokemon community, the hip thing to do was to get trainer cards. You put your team on there and you pick the trainer sprite that you most closely identified with. But now I can just edit out the actual trainer sprite and put a custom sprite of myself on the trainer card and post that online. I'm very excited about that. Especially because I am just of that era. I make trainer cards left and right for like every team that I use in any Pokemon game. So being able to just have a reusable Pokemon sprite of my VTuber character is very much my kind of thing. Ugh, the emulator is being a little extra funky today. There we go. My PC is not in the best condition, as you can probably tell. I really need to upgrade my rig. I'm probably not gonna be able to run from this Ponyta, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap out. Damn, got a crit off on me. But yeah, that's kind of what I got going on. I've got a gift to myself, and then a kind of reusable asset I can use since I'm doing the whole crits are based on speed in this generation. Really? This is my first time playing through Kanto in Gen 1. I've never actually played Pokemon Red or Blue in its original format before, so this is all new to me. The amount of times throughout this playthrough that I've been thinking like, oh, this is how this works, and then I'm like, oh no, that's just misremembering something because I've played Fire Red so many times. So, I do not know jack shit about how this generation works compared to, like, the Gen 3 interpretation. Have I not seen 1-250? I don't even know what that means. I will be completely honest. I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't even know that how broken Psychic was. The whole reason I'm like, I gotta have Gengar on my team is because I thought that Ghost types were effective against Psychic types. Little did I know that the game is just broken and that wasn't even programmed properly. Back when I was about to fight Sabrina, I was in my whole thing of like, yeah, I've got my Ghost type, I'm gonna get her, I'm gonna get her. Nope! Broken! Poorly coded! Spaghetti code! No, I do not know a single thing about how Gen 1 works compared to Gen 3. Gen 3 was my era. Gen 3 was the Pokemon games that I grew up with. My first ever Pokemon game was Pokemon Sapphire. Then obviously I played Fire Red after that. And I'm going back here, so I'm doing this whole Pokemon Gauntlet on my channel. The whole point is that I'm playing through every single Pokemon game that's ever been released in America, including spin-offs. But for me, that also means Gen 1 and Gen 2 in their original format, because I have played Heart Gold and Soul Silver, is completely new to me. I have not touched Gold and Silver, Crystal, original format Yellow, none of that. It's all new to me. Any questions, asking anything? You know, I mean, I've pretty much been, like, carried through a lot of this. I've had, some very knowledgeable people in chat throughout this playthrough who are like, you know that's not how it works, right? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean that's not how it works? There have been I've learned a lot of things, during this playthrough. I've also thoroughly tested the upper limits of my memory and what I think I know. I realized my first psychic miss. I'm just not gonna address it. Can I use this bed? No. That'd be too convenient. That was 1 in 2. You mean 1 in so 1 in 256 is 1 in 256 moves? Or is that like you have a 1 in 256 chance of psychic missing? Is that a psychic thing? Any move with a 100% accuracy has a 1 in 256 chance of missing. Huh. No, I did not know that. Really? That's a... Tannikins, congratulations! The first time your country is receiving a Pokemon game translated into your native language? That's fucking dope, dude. I am very happy for you, genuinely. Alright, we should... Motherfucker! It's for the Dragonite. I'm just gonna keep suffering through it. It's for the Dragonite. Fortunately, attacks that ignore accuracy checks can't, like Swift and Aerial Ace can't miss. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I haven't put any thought into whether moves with 100% accuracy have been missing or not throughout this entire playthrough. I'm just like... it's cause I'm streaming it. I'm usually more, like, actively, like, tuned into what I'm playing when I'm not streaming. Because obviously my attention is fully on the game. But like when I'm interacting with chat and stuff, sometimes I'm just like, alright, brain off, play game, and talk to chat. Like that's just all I'm focused on. I'm like, play the game to maximum efficiency while still interacting with chat and being a human being. So... and I haven't played off stream other than like mindless like level grinding. So... I have not been paying attention for that, like, at all. I got my VTuber, man. We already don't have a great reputation for being all that smart. Not to say that I'm dumb or anything, but... Hey, finally! Give me my Dragonair. I've earned this. Trying to learn Slam. What kind of lame-ass evolution move is that? I don't... It's... Hey... Yuga's Duelist. Is Slam a decent move? I get the feeling Slam isn't that great of a move. It doesn't sound like a cool move. Slam is awful? Yeah, that's what I thought. Slam didn't sound like it was worth anything. Yeah, we're just gonna skip over that one. Body Slam is goated. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. No, No. Abandon looning. Yes, there we go. I pressed B instead of A by accident, so... There we go. Evolution time! Let me see it. Beautiful. Dragona evolved into Dragonair. That's what it's all about. I'm gonna have to do so much off-stream grinding to get this Dragonite. It's like level, like what, 50, 55? Is how far I have to go to get a Dragonite? Fucking pseudo-legendaries, man. Well, at the very least, now that I've got Dragon up to a Dragonair, I can, let's see here. Talking about that, look. On a full moon, I'll fuck anything. You ain't got it if you know me. I don't care if we're talking Moemon, if we're just talking fucking the snake. I am down with Dragonair, dog. Let me put an actual fucking team leader up at the front here so that I can stop getting assaulted by these random mons. There we go. Hey, look, you know, look, whether it's a beautiful Pokemon, a silly Pokemon, I just love solid design. I love Dragonite. I've loved Dragonite ever since I saw the first Pokemon movie way back in the day. Way back in the day, Pokemon the first movie, the Dragonite that delivers the invitation to Mewtwo's island. I'm like, oh my god, look! It's a Pokemon and who has a fucking minimum wage job. That's super dope, and just all of a sudden I'm a Dragonite fan. It's that easy, really. Okay, clearly I didn't flip the right switch here. Alright, Look, I'm gonna be totally honest. I've thought about doing like a Pokemon Smash or Pass, like a... Okay, maybe like after I finish each region of a Pokemon game, I can hit it with like the Pokemon Smash or Pass or like the Pokemon tier list, but I'm also like, do I really want to out myself in how many Pokemon I'd actually fuck? Because that's not a good, it's not gonna make me look good. I forgot there's a fucking upstairs, bro. I actually probably do need to flip that switch, but I'm gonna go around here and do some stuff. I've spent 20 minutes already doing nothing. Never a good idea? Look, you're not wrong. Fundamentally, you're not wrong. But I'm also not the king of having good ideas. Matter of fact, having bad ideas is one of my specialties. On the one hand, you have people that hate smashing Pokemon altogether, yeah. And I know the other hand of it too. The other hand is gonna be, what do you mean you wouldn't fuck my favorite Pokemon? What's wrong with you? I know it goes both ways. You wouldn't fuck this Pokemon? What do you have, no taste? What do you mean you wouldn't fuck Trubbish? Diseases? Never heard of them. I mean, the people who just don't care. Look, I got no problem with the people who don't care. People who don't care are people who mind their business, and I am totally down with that. People who keep it to themselves, don't bother people they disagree with. Those are my kinds of people. Nothing but love and respect for people who just do not give a shit. Ooh, book. July 10th, we christen the newly discovered— oh yeah, that's right! In the games, isn't this is where they, designed, in the games, the Pokemon Mansion is burned down because of the Mewtwo experiments, right? Let's see, okay, so I believe this one is done by the switch downstairs, so let me finish poking around over here. Guyana, why is South America in a Pokemon game? America exists in the Pokemon universe? A new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle? Wait! I remember I was watching a video the other day. I think it was, I don't remember the channel name off the top of my head, but I was watching a video where, like, this travel channel, and they were going to, like, all the towns that inspired the locations in Kanto, because they were in, like, the actual Kanto region of Japan. And I think in there, they said, like, Lieutenant Surge is canonically American, and I assumed that was a bit. Is that not a bit? Is Lieutenant Surge actually canonically American? I assume you'd know, Yugus Duelist. Okay, you're pretty sure that is a bit. Okay. It sounded like a bit, but I don't know, man. They just talked about America. Well, maybe he is. I don't know. Look at this dork. The burglar in his MC Hammer pants. Look at this goofy little Ninetales sprite. Look how angular her face is. That is a straight up cone. I'll just go ahead and one-shot it with Sheldon. Hey look, if Yu-Gi-Oh! Can have its own certified American with Bandit Keith, why can't Pokemon? Bandit Keith is an American icon. I mean, real shit. Lieutenant Surge is pretty American. He's like, why yes, I do use my pets as tools of war. How about you? Ooh, item. Max potion, let's go. February 6th, Mew gave birth. What do you mean Mew gave birth? What do you mean Mew gave birth? This is not the Mewtwo lore I remember. Mew gave birth to Mewtwo. They inseminated Mew in Gen 1. What the fuck were they cooking back in the day, bro? This is some crazy lore. Nah, mistranslated my ass, dog. They said it right here. Mew gave birth. Mewtwo is the mutated Mew child now. That's just what it is. I didn't make the rules. They wrote the script, not me. Oh. Actually, let me go ahead and flip this switch right here. Just to clarify, I do know that Mewtwo is a genetic clone of Mew. I just think it's really funny that whatever they were cooking up in this Gen 1 translation is absolutely batshit insane. Team Rocket is on some demon timing in Gen 1. They kidnapped and inseminated Mew to have a weird mutant baby. Weird mutant baby with wide birthing hips. Giovanni's on some other shit. Alright, I still got no idea where I'm going. Let's see, just to vent a little, when the translation of the games came into my language. A lot of people complaining about the translation, saying it should be playing English, Japanese, Spanish. Dude, fuck those people. Look, Pokemon is the largest media franchise ever made. And it's not even close. Pokemon as an IP has, like, the same power as the Disney Corporation. It is so vast and wide in terms of its influence. Everybody in every language has a right to be able to enjoy and play Pokemon in their own native language. That is not up for debate. I don't care about whatever elitist bullshit these people are on. Genuinely fuck those people. Do not let them get you down, man. You have every right to enjoy Pokemon in your native language. I am genuinely so happy for you. You should just... Genuinely, it is just such... There is a widespread negativity across the Pokemon community in every language. You cannot let those people dictate how you enjoy something. It is not even worth it to let those people get to you. Just do what you want to do, man. That is your right. Pokemon belongs to all of us. Alright, let me head back up there, because clearly that switch did nothing for me. Okay, I can access this area now. I don't think I could do this one before. Alright, big empty room. Okay, if I remember correctly, those stairs over there are the ones that I'm trying to access. In the left side corner over there. You're good, Yugist. I wasn't. I don't think anybody made the assumption that you were shit talking any particular language. You never know these days, though. You gotta cover your bases, otherwise people just say all sorts of shit about you. Well, let me go ahead and flip this in. Okay, well, I can go down here now. Can I fall down here? I think I can fall down here. My mentor once lived here. Look at this goober with his Magnemite. I don't have a ground type on my team. I think, I'm probably mostly immune to electricity. I'm a ghost. I'll just keep my boy out. Nah, we'll just let it rock with Gaston. Damn, I'm out of my energy drink. Let me get some water. My mouth is parched. Mm. Hey, level 46. You know, completely unrelated to anything we've been talking about, but I've been back on my Pokemon TCG shit recently. It's partially one of those things where it's because I can't get any cards that I'm like fiending extra hard to want to like get new packs and stuff. But obviously I'm not paying scalper prices because fuck scalpers. But I've been going through the cards that I was pulling a couple years back, and I was having some pretty good pull luck a few years back. I was going through, and I'm probably gonna post about it over on Twitter, but I was going through my my favorite card binder, and I completely forgot that I pulled the Altar Tyranitar V from Battle Styles. That's the reminder to myself when I'm editing this video, put like a picture of the card for the people who don't know it. But it's like Tyranitar chilling up under a tree after he's eating a bunch of food, he's taking a nap. It's like, it's not like the most valuable card I own, but I love the card art so much. I don't believe in the whole card grading crap. I believe that's like a whole massive scam. But I really want to switch to like a top loader binder just to like better protect my cards. Oh, I can go over here. Okay. Nothing in here. Dang, I'm out of repels. Oh, that's right! I can fall down these bits. Can I run? Okay, cool. Do I have any regular repels on me? Oh, I have another super repel. I didn't even know that. Okay, cool. Where the hell am I going? I really should have made like a mental note of the areas I was going to. Okay, so I'm back at the entrance. No. I'm second floor now. Second floor. Okay. Okay, shit. The switch that I flipped up at the top must have shut that door. So it's probably gonna be the switch at the bottom that I need to do to undo that.